Viewer discretion is advised. The following content includes graphic imagery and mature themes.
This isn't for the weak. And yes, feelings will get hurt. So brace yourself. And welcome to the Hammer Drops. Hey, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Today I have a very, very special show lined up for you and a very special guest. So without any further ado, let's bring him in. You've seen him on social media. I'm probably as Conservative Willy, know him as Conservative Willy over there on Instagram and on Facebook. So let's bring him in, shall we? What's happening, Willy?
What's going on, man?
Hold on one sec. I got something for you. All right. Let's calm down, people. Let's calm down. It's okay. Oh, they don't want to calm down.
Yep. Nope.
Okay, they want to be stupid right now. And the show is already falling off the rails already. And we're not even a minute into the show. What is happening, Willy? How's everything going for you today?
Good, man. I'm going to a Christmas party tonight, so I'm excited.
Christmas already? Parties?
Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah.
What?
We play it year-round. Year-round, those movies play in my house.
You know, I think the only Christmas movie that will play year-round in my house is Violent Night.
Ooh.
I love that fucking movie.
Ooh, that's a good one. Was Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes. Fuck yeah, it was.
Thank you.
It's a goddamn American Christmas movie, and anybody that says that it's not, they're fucked in the head.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah. It's the best fucking, especially when Hans is falling from the fucking...
Oh yeah, it's got. I mean, that makes the movie. That's it.
Yeah,
but they don't want you to have Christmas anymore in this country. No.
But before we get to the to all of that fun stuff we're about to talk about today and piss off a whole shit ton of people, let's get into our little self promotion here, folks. You can find me over there on all the social media, Instagram. I'm heavily active on, and on Facebook. And in the bio, you can find not only a link to the website, thehammerdrops.com, but you can also find a little link tree that take you to all the other spots and places all over in the different crevices on the internet that you can find me and be offended. So definitely make sure you go check those out. And while you're there, don't forget to rate the show. Leave us a good rating, because what that's going to do is help break those algorithms and get us out to more people and get these truths and these hard conversations to the people that actually need to see them. And without further ado, Willy, where can they find you?
So you can find me on TikTok, Conservativewilly 3.0, because they took my first two accounts. I'm on X as Conservativewilly. I am on Instagram as Conservativewilly, and I am on Facebook as Conservativewilly.
Nice. So definitely go check him out. He's got a lot of great information over there that, you know what, let's be honest, that you need to see, you need to hear, because, I mean, it's true. I mean, it's just flat out. And today on the docket, what we have for you is nothing but the fucking problems that are happening with the invasion that's already here. And we're here today to let you guys know that it is not going away, and it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, that's facts. I've been talking about this for weeks now.
Oh, you know what? I have been too. And it's surprising. I'm starting to see more people come around, and you can see it on social media. You can see it in the news. Even though they try to hide it, people are starting to get pissed. They don't like what is happening. Yeah. I mean,
they're changing everything we know.
Yeah,
they don't want anything that we are used to here in Western civilization to be a thing anymore. And I think people need to realize, what Sharia law is and like what it entails. And how to, if you don't want to be a part of it, what you have to pay to not be harassed and pulled out into the street and murdered or stoned to death. When it comes to the women, I mean, if you disrespect the family in any way, they can kill you without, thinking twice.
Well, I actually saw in the news, I saw an article about a woman that was, I want to say Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the Nordic areas, and she left Islam. And what ended up happening is that her dad and her brothers ended up killing her, tying her up, binding her, killing her, throwing her in the fucking water.
Yep.
I mean, your own fucking blood. I mean, that's how bad this is.
Well, they fuck like rabbits anyway, so it's not like they don't have 8, 9 other kids. But yeah, they're it's brutal. It's brutal what they do. And what's funny to me is I'll scroll through X and I just see people that are like, "Oh, Muslims are, Islam is not it's not a bad thing. Like, we just want nothing but peace." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, the history books say otherwise."
Yeah.
Because you guys are responsible for the most deaths anywhere when it comes to any kind of religion, or what you believe it is. I don't even know what you would call it. Is it technically a religion, or is it just, it's all make believe to me because, he's a false prophet. So I don't believe in anything that the Quran teaches at all.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, their prophet's a pedophile.
Yeah, 100%. You can't marry someone at 6 and then fuck her at 9. That's just wild.
It's wrong. It's disgusting. And the more you look into it, I mean, like their headbands that they wear, it's like when you look at it, there's like symbolism for like the devil and 666 and all that stuff for people that are the Christians that that see it for that, and it's just like, and not to mention with Islam, I mean, they were like back in the day, and I just got done doing another show that we were talking about this, about like slavery and stuff, and like these Muslims were like one of the biggest religions that enslaved so many fucking people, and people just don't want to acknowledge that, and it blows my mind.
That's that's the problem with this country, though. People are comfortable until they're uncomfortable. They always allow it to happen and allow things like this to come to their doorstep before doing anything about it. When we've been talking about it for years now, I've been personally talking about it for years. My kid just fell. I can totally hear him screaming. But yeah, we've been trying to cover this and talk about this kind of stuff for years now, and no one seems to care. It's just like, I don't want to be bothered by it. I'm like, well, you're going to be bothered by it when they're dragging you out of your church or not allowing you to go to church. Whenever you're being woken up at, the ass crack of dawn for their morning fucking prayer that's raining through your city. But they're offended by church bells. I can't wrap my head around why people would allow this to happen.
Right. Well, and that's actually happened in Dearborn, Michigan, where I watched a video of a Muslim guy sitting in front of a church, all upset because the church bells were going.
Yeah, I made a video. I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and he's from Minnesota, and he's like, "Bro, they're doing it in our city too. My parents are talking about it. The Muslim prayer just raining through the city." I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I believe they're starting it I want to say in Dearborn, Michigan, they started up at 5 a.m. in the morning. They start up with that prayer, whatever the fuck they do, and it's just like
5 times a day.
It's like, what the fuck? And then I even saw some stuff like in Chicago where kids in colleges, they have designated areas to go pray for the Muslims. And yet they choose to do so in the library. It's like,
anyway.
It's like, are you trying, you have the designated area. They've outlined a place for you to go do your prayer, but yet you want to be that much of an ass just to do it wherever the fuck you want to.
Well, that's what they do. They come and they take over and they believe that they are higher than everyone else because that's their religion. That's what they believe. And that's just not going to happen here. It could happen in Europe because they've already allowed it to. It can happen in other countries, but that's just not going to fucking happen here.
Those countries are collapsing so fast right now.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
And see, here's the thing, folks. I mean, you got to take a look at what's going on over in Europe right now and how the collapse is happening. And now how Europe is, all the countries in Europe, Spain, Ireland, Poland, everybody is starting to stand up against it.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately for them, I think it's a little bit too late to fix the issue quickly. It's going to take time. Whereas Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's a little harder for them because they don't have any weapons.
Well, I think that was designed specifically for a reason, whereas, and for all you fucking liberals that want to take away your guns, I want to point this out real quick, because if it wasn't for us having our Second Amendment and our Second Amendment rights, we would have been invaded long ago.
100%.
I mean,
as I sit here and I look at my AR on my wall with my multiple magazines just smiling because I'm not worried about a thing. And this is why I don't have any fear. I don't have to worry about stuff like this because I am protected.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you have to be nowadays. You have to be protected. You have to be, because I mean, let's face it. Back in the Biden era, when Biden had that border wide open, he was allowing anybody and everybody to come in. And if you were paying attention to any of the videos that were coming through, these were all single males coming over, fighting aged. That's it. And they were doing that for a fucking reason.
And if they did have the kids, they weren't even theirs.
No, I think they were probably trafficked kids that they were bringing.
Probably. Yeah.
Just to make it look good. But I mean, a lot of those videos that I was watching, I didn't see any kids, but I sure as hell saw a lot of Muslims coming over.
100%.
A lot.
And the scary part is, we tried talking about it, but we weren't allowed to. Our videos were taken down. Our accounts were taken down. We got strikes against us. And all we were doing was simply just talking about the people that were coming. It's not like I was just like I am now. Like I can do, because I could say whatever I want now and it won't get taken down, except for TikTok. I have to be careful on there.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, we've been talking about it, and nobody seemed to really care. And and maybe because people just have big hearts and they're like, you know what, we have to help. And I'm like, yeah, but history shows why you don't do that. Why you don't allow people to come to your country and just completely take over. Because this is what happens, and we're dealing with it right now. And Trump's doing his best, but he's not. He's one guy, okay? And he's the president of the United States, and there are things going on every single day around the world that he has to be involved in. I mean, I think he's trying his best, but we're not even close to deporting as many people as like the Clintons did, like Bill Clinton or Obama. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what the problem is.
I don't even think we're even in this term with Trump. I don't even think we're even as close. I mean, Biden did deport people, and I don't even think we're even close to touching his numbers yet.
No, which is crazy. We need to ramp that up, but
yeah. Well, and I think they are. I've seen them in Minnesota. ICE is in Minnesota rounding up the Somalians. Finally. But I mean, is it? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, is it a little too late?
Very well could be, but that's gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to come to that. I don't think anyone wants it to come to that, because then everything changes. You're not gonna have your streaming service or your internet on, and you're not gonna have your DoorDash, and you're not gonna be able to just go to the store whenever you want, because there's gonna be fucking war in your streets and in your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anyone truly wants that. But I mean, if it came to that point, I'm not worried about it. I think we have enough really good people in this country that would fight for it.
Yeah. Well, and let's just hope. I mean, it's people like us that are standing on the front lines right now, doing what we can to bring this out to people, bring more attention to it, because we're not, you're not going to put on mainstream media. You're not going to put on Fox. You're not going to put on CNN. And, you're not going to get what is actually truly going on. I mean, you got to do some digging to find what's happening.
We got to do digging, and you got people like, I've got friends all over the place, all over the country. So I'm always asking, like, what's going on? What's in your local news? What's happened recently? Have you seen anything? That's my best way of getting information. Just talking to people.
Yeah. Well, and the one nice thing, like for me, what I do is, because I don't have your typical like cable provider.
Mm-hmm.
I use a IPTV service.
Cool.
So, and I get a whole bunch of different, I get channels from the Netherlands, Spain, South America, all that stuff. And I'll put those on as well. And I'll put it on the translate on the iPhone, which is a great thing to have, because then it will fucking tell me what the fuck's going on. But that's, I mean, it's sad that that's what has to happen, or you have to go like onto the dark web to find things out, just to find out the truth, because let's face it, our government's not going to want to tell us the truth. But I think what's happening now, especially with good old one of our favorite reps up there in Minnesota, I think stuff is starting to come more and more to light on the corruption and just what is fucking happening.
God.
I mean,
I hate her. I hate her so much.
She's made it known that she hates white people. I mean, she just, between her, what did they call it? The squad, her AOC and what's that, Tabib or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah. See, and she doesn't show any respect. Like, if you question her, she just completely loses it. She loses it every single time. And she's always talking. It's hard for me to listen to her talk because I'm like, why don't you go fuck your brother? Like, we all know you married him to bypass our laws.
Mhm.
And everyone else sees it and everyone else knows it. But my biggest thing is, like, we've talked on Cliff's show about, like, when are they going to do something about it?
See,
When is something going to be done?
Well, exactly. You know what? I would have thought, because, I mean, I agree with what ICE is doing. ICE is doing what they have to do. Should they have started with the way they started? Probably not. They should have started with the real problem. And the real problem is, let's be honest, is those extremist Muslims that are over here. Yeah. The ones from Somalia and all that. Those are the motherfuckers that need to exit stage right and get the fuck out of here. Now, I do have some videos loaded up.
Ooh, let's watch.
Okay, so we're gonna get into a video here. Let's see. That brought you right over. Perfect. Now, folks, you're gonna see all the shits, everything that goes wrong with the show. You're gonna see it live today because not only am I I'm the host of the show, but I'm also acting as the producer. This is a one-person thing here over here.
Excited.
So let's I'm gonna start off. You sent me this video last night with Rep Omar and the crap that's going on with that. So we're gonna start with that, and then I want to get your take on this.
All right, this news just breaking moments ago. Fox News has obtained photos of one of the Somali illegal immigrants wrapped up in the Minnesota fraud scandal, posing with several high-profile Minnesota Democrats, including Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz. The man pictured is Abdul Dahir Ibrahim. He entered the country in 2000 and has had an order for removal since 2004. He also has a prior conviction in Canada for asylum and welfare fraud. ICE tells Fox News Ibrahim was granted temporary protected status for 10 years, but should have never been eligible. We are going to have more on this in our next hour.
How the fuck is that possible?
Is anyone surprised, though?
No. And you really...
Taking pictures with all of them.
That shows you right there just how corrupt this shit is. I mean, how much money are they saying that they...
I think it's up to like 8 something now.
Was it like 8 billion?
I think billion or million. I'm not sure. Probably billion.
Because I
made a post earlier. I was talking about, I was like in 1993, we allowed them to come here because, after killing 18 of our soldiers who were just doing humanitarian work, like just trying to feed these people, and they got killed. And then they were allowed to come here and they all went there. And they've done nothing but just take over.
Right.
Their little free hand is gone. Like, it's time to go home now. To your home.
No. Right. Well, and I think, and I have another video that's loaded up that we'll play here in a few about how they explain how it's going on and how they're essentially stealing money from the government to send back over. And it's
the mayor of Maine was talking about that. She's a Somalian too. And
fuck that bitch.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. So your game plan is to steal our tax money and send it to Somalia.
Yeah, what happened about America First?
What the fuck that's treason.
Right.
Yeah, that's just straight treason. And our conflict of interest, if you serve Somalia, go to Somalia.
Exactly.
But if you are in our government, which we've talked about, I don't want anyone in our government that is from a foreign country, ever.
No, I agree.
But yeah, it's just wrong. It's plain and simple. It's wrong, and they're allowing it to happen. And I understand that there's a legal process that comes to it. But at what point do you say, you know what, it's time for a reset, and it's time for you to go?
Well, fuck, I think it's time for a reset right now. I think it was time for reset like 2 years ago.
100%.
Let's be honest. Before this even got out of hand. And unfortunately, now you got, Mamdani over there in New York that's just going to, he's already got his little fucking Sharia rights squad going out, looking like police, driving police fucking cars and, I should say cars that look like police cars, going around trying to enforce whatever. And, that's happening in Texas.
Soon you're going to see camels going down the fucking freeway. You know, be like, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
You know, I had to say one thing that the Jews are actually helping out with right now, and the Jews are really they're helping out with saving the fucking goats.
Yeah, that's true.
They're definitely helping.
Well, you know when a Jew has a fucking erection and they run into a brick wall, they actually break their nose first.
That doesn't surprise me. Their nose is always so much bigger.
Drop
you
a
would
penny.
Think now they'd be
you
a
start
little
hearing the song.
You figure they'd be a little flatter by now, right?
You're not off the hook, Jews.
No, you're not, because we know the Muslims want to kill us, and we know that you want to enslave us, and neither one of them are going to fucking happen. And I've said this before, because I've seen videos of Muslims breaking into houses and stuff like that. My wife, she's asked me, like, what are we going to do if that happens? I'm like, I'm going to open up the garage door. I'm going to close the garage door, and there's going to be blood eagles going on. You ain't walking out of this fucking house alive. That's all I'm saying.
That's the rules, right? They have to be in your house for you to do something, right? So I'll just shoot them outside, then bring them in.
Yeah.
No, who's inside? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just let them in, man. Fuck it. Just be like, hey, come on in. Oh, you have a sword?
Between the Muslims trying to take over our country from cities, and then you got the Jews trying to take over our government from the outside. I mean, we're just fighting everybody right now.
Yeah. We truly are.
It's bad.
Well, and you know what? And if you speak out against Muslims, you're Islamophobia, and if you speak out against Jews, you're anti-Semitic, and it just doesn't fucking stop. Like you're just hitting in every which fucking direction.
It's a bunch of bullshit, all right, and they're a bunch of made up terms because I don't believe in any of it.
They both want complete control.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, and it's funny. Because remember when, we're going to go back a little bit. It first started off with, back in the Biden era with, the whole everything going on in Ukraine, support Ukraine. Everybody had their little Ukraine, fucking Facebook thing, changed their flag and all that stuff. You're all proud of that, right? And then here comes Gaza and Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Free Palestine, free Palestine. We're going to have these fucking marches because, we feel the people of Palestine should be free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing you all forgot when everything happened on 9/11 that those motherfuckers were in the streets in Palestine dancing and chanting death to America. And still to this day, they're doing that in the streets here in America.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Yes.
I was so young when 9/11 happened. I don't even remember it.
Oh my God.
I think I was 3, 4. But I do remember the after, effect of it because I didn't really have a dad much. Because he was over there fighting a bunch of goat fuckers that like to hang out in caves. Yeah, I just miss the... I always see the thing where it's like, I would never want another 9/11, but I love 9/12. Because it seemed like everyone was united. But I also have questions about 9/11. I also question everything about 9/11. I'm like, it's just not possible. How it happened, it's not possible.
Well, especially 9/11, how the buildings came crashing down the way they did.
Yeah.
That's a controlled detonation. I mean, you have to be, deaf, blind, and stupid not to actually realize that.
I think when Building 7 went down, people were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd the gold go? What about the insurance thing that got taken out right before they got hit?
And isn't it funny now that we're talking about this? Isn't it funny that the owner of that building
wasn't there?
He always goes to work every single day. Him and his family every single day. Just miraculously missed that day, and not even the day before. Wasn't it? That they found out that billions of dollars was just missing.
Oh yeah. I think it was 7 trillion went missing the day before.
Well, okay, was it trillion?
I think it was trillion. It might have been billion. I'm not sure. Don't like word me on that. But I've watched the video of him talking about how he missed work that day and the bullshit excuse he made for the story about his wife reminding him he had an appointment. And I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you're lying.
All know that you're 100% lying. We know that you got a huge insurance check.
Yeah.
And you're all fine and dandy. You did the work for the greater good, so to speak, but, I remember that day. I remember 9/11 to this day. I remember where I was, where I was going. and watching everything unfold on TV. I was literally glued to the TV when this whole thing was going on. I was in complete shock, and that day when that happened, it was like, I think it was not even like 9/12. I mean, you saw the country so fucking united. Everybody got along. It didn't matter. And you saw a huge increase in people wanting to join the military.
Yeah.
When that happened, because people were pissed. I know I wanted to. I wanted to join the military. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to because of past things, being stupid and a kid, getting in trouble. So I wasn't able to join. But I fought like hell to try to do anything I could to be able to join, because I wanted to do that. Hell, my brother, after that happened, he joined the military. He spent 20 years in the Army, forcibly retired, not by his own free will. Yeah. But, and he went over there, and what our soldiers saw over there is just like where my brother's at today is where exactly he needs to be. He's up in the UP, away from everybody, and a lot of the guys that came back from those wars, because my one brother was in the first one, the Gulf War, and then my other brother was in that one. It was just like, it really fucked with their heads completely,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what do you expect? You're sending a bunch of kids over to see things that they've never even fathomed. How they can use a child as a shield to, have a bomb that they want to throw at you, or sending the child with the bomb.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm trying to explain to people here. Like, that's something we don't want to see.
No, no, we don't. From talking with my brothers when they were over there during those wars, there was times where they had they had that circumstance, that situation where there was a kid there with the mom, and they were told to stand down. Completely told to stand down. Like, rules engagement, you can't shoot a kid, you can't shoot a woman, and rightfully so. But I think in certain circumstances like that, they should have been able to make that judgment call, or else we wouldn't have lost as many of our military as we did. I mean, we didn't lose much, but we still lost people that we shouldn't have lost, basically because of.
I don't think it should have ever happened. I don't think, though. I think the war was completely pointless. There were no weapons of mass destruction, and I never served, okay, and I wasn't there to see it, but I mean, I've talked to my dad about it many, many times, and he was there for all of it. That was his first tour was to Iraq. So a lot of them have come back and been like, what the fuck were we there for? And I'm with them on that. I understand that. I can understand that frustration, because it seems like we were just there because, they flew the airplanes into the towers and we have to go fight them. And I'm like, bro, fucking bin Laden was a CIA operative.
Yeah.
Everything ties together if you just do a little bit of digging, but people don't want that because they're comfortable.
Yeah. Well, and that's why we do what we do, is because we have to make them uncomfortable for them to realize what is actually going on. I mean,
and I'll be watching videos, man, and I'll even be talking to my wife, and I'm just like, I don't trust anybody.
No.
Until I do my own research.
Yeah. No, and exactly. It was funny because like my wife, she would like be watching these videos and like, like, what's this all about? I'm like, first off, who's saying it?
Yeah,
and it's like, and I can hear the voice. Like, if it's like a Rachel Maddow or something like that, it's like, that's lies. And it's like, and then it just starts to click, and then they're just,
I always find it funny with people like that, like Ellen and Rachel Maddow, and they hate white men so much, but then they look like white men. It's like, bro, like, you're trying to look like the person you hate, and I'm a little confused at your tactics here.
I know. It blows my mind that they fucking do that. It's like, you look at him like, hey, Ellen, you look like a dude.
You look like a homie, bro. Like, what's wrong? Yeah. And now you look terrible. Like, she's just, ugh.
Well, I think she started looking terrible after the whole questioning about how her ex was taken out.
She stopped drinking that baby blood. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's for another show.
That's a whole other fucking show.
Yeah, and it's, oh my God.
But back to the 9/11 topic. I think it was a bullshit war that never needed to happen, and Dick Cheney was a big part of that. Huge reason why. He made a lot of money on that, especially when it came to private contracting.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a reason why George Bush and Dick Cheney were never able to leave the United States after they left office. If they would have left, they would have been arrested and had more crimes
for a bunch of shit.
Yeah. And that's
why when he passed, and I'm not that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy wishing death upon people. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I was like, I saw the news of Cheney passing, and I'm like, fucking rest in hell. I could care less about you. You caused a lot of families a lot of grief for the stuff that you did.
Well, folks, I'm not the same there. When I heard that he died, I was laughing. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, it's about fucking time. Because he was an evil motherfucker that needed to go.
Yeah.
Even when his daughter was in, a rep in office, he was pulling the fucking strings.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
just like Obama.
Oh, you mean his third presidency under Biden?
Yeah, his third presidency. The one that he talked about on that show, how he would do it.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how
just chilling in the
Isn't that funny how that just happened? I mean,
I could love it. I love it.
God. But unfortunately, people can't see past that. They're just like, no, it's Biden.
I don't know how people can blindly follow what any news network says. Like they're put in place to lie to your face, to get you to come, a little bit more this way, a little bit more that way.
Yeah.
And I just laugh every time I'm watching. Like if I go somewhere and I see CNN on the TV and I just look at it and I just look away.
Oh yeah.
And I do that a lot with Fox News too.
Yep.
Because it's just bullshit. And the reason why they're allowed to do that was because of freaking Obama.
Hmm?
He signed it into law. They're able to do that. It's propaganda. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Well, and now speaking of propaganda, what people don't seem to realize is like the Middle East, like, and these Muslims, they are the kings.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought China was, but they are the kings of fucking propaganda.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hands fucking down. They know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to that, and it's, oh my god! And now with the tools that they have with AI and all that stuff, it's like these videos that you're watching. Yeah, with the videos, I mean, you can detect what's AI.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little blurps in it, something's just a little off, and that okay, but you have to be able to catch it. I mean, you have programs over the internet that you can run it through to verify if it's AI or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, half the shit that's being put out, by these fucking left influencers is all just propaganda.
Hey, we're starving the grift right now. That's a big thing on X. Just delete, we could just block them, bro. Because if you don't give them the attention, they're not going to make any money from it.
Unfortunately, people give them the attention.
They do.
And that blows my mind. It's like you can watch something that sounds so far-fetched, and yet, see, and here's how they make their money is by you clicking on it, by you engaging on it, by you doing all that stuff, and that's how they're making their money. And you continually do this regardless, and it's just like.
And this is why most of us have, especially on our side, we all have real jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do this just full time. This isn't something I do full time. I do commercial plumbing. So I don't need the money. It's not the money. The reason why I'm doing it is it's so I can get the information out, things that I see, things that I think should be talked about. But like you said with the AI stuff, the scary ones for me are just the videos of people talking. Like not in the video, just their voice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck are you going to tell if that's actually them or not?
Oh yeah, because they can. I mean, you can literally do I can change my voice into sounding like Obama.
Yeah, it's insane. And you could just say what you want to say, but it comes out sounding like Obama, and then you post it, and people are like, "What?"
I mean, look, they did that with fucking during the Biden administration. I mean, if you look at Biden, his earlobes constantly change. He always had that fucking mask sticking out and all that stuff. And I know people, it's a conspiracy theory. Look at the photos, man. Look at the fucking photos of them.
And then people, the ones that get me laughing are the ones that are like, oh, with age. And I'm like, no, with age, your earlobes don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like your facial unless you've had some serious work done, but I think we would know if our president had a bunch of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe we didn't because sometimes we wouldn't see him for weeks.
Well, I mean, they did say that he died prior to taking office.
Fuck.
And that the person that was in there was actually an actor. I mean, the CIA has the technology to have the masks the way they do. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's like watching a TV show.
I think that the Biden under Obama, when he was his VP, that was the real Biden.
Yes.
But
that was
this Biden that they brought into the spotlight, you don't change that much that fast. You know what I'm saying? You don't, your looks don't change like that. So I question it the entire time.
Yeah, so did I. I questioned it and look at it, and I did some episodes on that, and pointing out those things, and it's like, and once you start diving into these rabbit holes, it's like, holy fuck,
It goes deep.
Yeah, it's like, how far is this going? And you just keep going and going and going. It's like, holy fuck, and what you unearth.
I used to do that. I don't do that as much anymore, unless I really want to know like what went down on a certain topic or situation, or
Right.
Then I'll dive. I'll go deep dive. But I did that. I used to do that for a while, and I drove myself crazy, bro. I was having headaches, and I'm just like, my eyes hurt. I'm over here looking at a screen, trying to figure this out in the middle of the night. For why? For what reason?
Exactly. Well, and see, I did the same thing, and that's why eventually, this show's been going since 21.
Nice.
And I took off a year because I just needed that mental break because of all those holes I was going down. When you start researching all this shit, it fucking just blows your cap off, But I mean, and that again, we're going to reel it back to the Muslims now, So we all know what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan. We know we've heard bits and pieces of what's happening. I believe I want to say Irving, Texas right now.
Yeah.
Where they're having their little Kajaba parades and all that stuff, wearing their tuk-tukas and all that shit out in the streets. But this is effectively a bigger problem in not just those areas. It's all over the country.
Yeah.
It really is.
Shit, here in Florida, here in Tampa, they had a big-ass convention about it. And I'm just like, bro, I wish I was up there right now.
Well, I have a video. It's funny that you mentioned that because I actually have. It's a 3-minute video. Remember, that Jake Lane?
Yeah,
he was there.
I posted about it. I remember.
Oh, did you?
I saw him post, and I also saw the actual ad that they put out for it. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck are we doing? DeSantis, hello, no.
I don't know why DeSantis hasn't.
He's on his way out.
Is he?
Yeah, he's on his way.
Oh, I think you down there by in Florida, but the governor can only serve 2 terms.
Think so, yeah.
So I think he's on his 2nd term. So yeah, he's on his way out. You know what? Since we brought up Jake, I'm going to put on that video about Jake here real quick. It's like I said, it's a 3-minute video. I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to get your take on this because I think it's kind of funny how he infiltrated the whole rally, but then he explains how he got thrown out too.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's kill all the Christians. Let's take over America and enslave everybody. And you'd be shocked by what you heard. So you went undercover in a Muslim mosque in Tampa, Florida. What exactly did you hear? What happened? And what was the end result?
So obviously these guys see me there wearing the Muslim outfit there. And they stopped me at the door. They questioned me about, who I am. I told them that when I was in prison, I didn't let them know about January 6th. I told them I had converted. And then I told them this to get in. This is the best you're going to hear. I told them I was Zoran Mandami's social media campaign manager. And as soon as I said that, they ushered me in like I was royalty. Of course. They actually gave me a speaker's band to speak on stage if I wanted to. But Wayne, I didn't last that long because the school rally that we did in Dearborn, Michigan, where we unearthed this extremely violent culture that they have there, the Sharia law police and everything. So a lot of the Muslims there were on high alert, and they recognized me, even though I had the kufi on and everything. So, but while I was listening, I had about a half hour to listen, and they had one of the highest ranking members of the Muslim Brotherhood there, and he was actively recruiting military-aged men to become part. And all they fixated on it was a 3-day long event. They fixated on how to get more political power in America. They talked about getting more congressmen, more city council members, more school board members. Almost every single speech was geared towards getting more politically active. And to me, that struck a huge chord in my heart, saying these people are not operating like a religion, Wayne. They're operating like a political insurgency, and their mosques are military outposts. And that's what I learned there before I was violently, literally picked up and heaved out of there, which I caught the tail end of it on camera there on my viral social media post. But they are obsessed with gaining political power in America, like Zoran Mandami. That's why they ushered me in like royalty, because they look up to him as the blueprint to take over America.
Okay. So I think we kind of hit the nail on the head right there, you know, especially with Mamdani, you know, how they perceive him. You know,
He's just a fucking puppet, bro.
Right. But that should be scary for every single American right now.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
You know, that they are trying to infiltrate every single thing to usher this in. And again, I don't think people truly understand what Sharia law is. You know, because you have those people when Mamdani won, and I did a video on this where they were happy, you know, and you know, these women were like, "Oh, Sharia law, Sharia law, Sharia law," you know, and it's like they're happy about it. Why don't you give me your take on that? What do you think that these people
they don't
even
realize they would throw them off a fucking building?
Yeah.
You know, the gays for Palestine, those people make me laugh every time. I'm like, they will bury you under stones in their country for being gay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still all for it. I'm like, they really don't do the research, though. They're not going to look deep into something that makes them uncomfortable. They just won't do it. But Sharia law is terrible. I mean, there are so many bad things about it, and I don't have it right in front of me right now to like read off what it is.
I got you.
But it's not good. It's not something that we do here in the West. It doesn't align with anything that we do in the West.
No.
And it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. We would not allow it to happen. But the mosque thing, that's scary because that's true. And they're going up all over the place, especially in Texas.
Yeah.
It's happening here in Florida. They're buying up land. They want to put mosques. It's like building their own empire within.
Yeah.
And when it's too late, they're just going to hit that button or say the right thing. And when it comes down to it, they will do whatever it takes to make sure that it enters every household. And it's
let's be honest. I mean, they're in the streets doing these little things where they're saying, you know, basically chanting. I mean, you hear it over in the UK, you know, awaiting our orders. You know, it's just only a matter of time before whatever order that they're waiting for comes through, and shit's gonna hit the fan.
Well, let me tell you this, America. If you see this, when that day comes, there is no tag or bag limit. So, do what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to. I mean, you know, ladies, I mean, and it seems like a lot of women, you know, want to support this Sharia law, you know, and it's funny because it's the same women that support this that want women rights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, that's hypocrisy at its finest.
It's so ass backwards.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because let's be honest, under Sharia law, you have no rights. As a woman, you have zero rights. You know, you're not,
and you can't do certain things. You're not allowed to go places without someone being with you.
You can't leave your house without having a male.
You got to wear your little
turka,
and you're fucking. You can't see anything except for a little bit. That's just not.
Is this the way that you want to live? I mean, you've been fighting for so long. For all these years.
If you want to live that way, go there and live like that. But don't do it here.
Well, here's the problem. They can go there and live there, but chances are pretty good they'll be killed right on site.
That's true.
They just don't realize that. You know, it's, you know, and again, I mean, I got something pulled up here on Sharia law. So, you know, here's some of the things that they do. They're very strict and hardline implementations that impose harsh corporal punishments, enforce rigid gender segregation, severely restrict speech, dress, or religious expression. So basically, if you're not Muslim, like I believe, you know, you're going to be paying the tax.
Yeah, paying a tax.
So, and here's the thing, folks. If you don't want to convert to Muslim or Islam, you're going to be charged a tax. If you refuse to pay that tax, those are the two options and the only two options they're going to give you. You refuse both options, they will kill you. And they've gone on record to say this numerous times. I mean,
Pretty
so
point
you have
blank.
no choice. Yeah.
And even if you do pay the tax, they're still going to harass the shit out of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, shit. Well, I mean, okay. I know I got Christians that, that listen to this. And I did a video on this. Look at Nigeria right now. Nigeria, tens of thousands, if not more, Christians are being murdered.
You can see it from, what is that, Google satellite or something like that? You can see the blood everywhere. They're wiping out entire villages because they will not convert.
Yeah.
And Christianity was in like places like Africa before it was even in Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it goes back far. People don't even realize that. Like Christianity was in Africa before it ever came to Europe.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and now these people are, this is Islam at its finest. They're going through and eradicating Christianity.
Yeah.
Because it's less to them. You are less to them if you're Christian. I mean, we see, the Orthodox Jews do the same thing to Christians.
They're mean, bro.
If you're a Christian in Israel, they're spitting on you. They're doing whatever. I mean,
God, they all look inbred too. That's the best part. Your little fucking ugly ass teeth, and you're like foaming at the mouth, and you got a big ass fucking nose, and your curly little hair, bro.
Yeah, what's up with those fucking Jerry curl things?
Oh my god, it makes you just want to grab onto it, just rip it right the fuck out.
Just grab them start bashing their head up against something.
I think this is why people like me though, because I'm over here. I will talk shit on everyone.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're Jewish, you're Muslim. I just don't care. I simply am going to call it how I want to call it, because for a long time I just kind of went with things and was like, oh, okay, yeah, and then after COVID is when I lost it.
Yeah,
that's when I truly started hitting it hard and talking about things, because I was like, all right, this is fucked up. This is nothing but a psyop to see what they can get away with.
Yeah.
And people went along with it. That was a scary part.
Yes. People definitely went along with it, and it showed the governments that they can do stuff like this, and you're going to comply. You're going to sit in your house. You're going to do everything your government. You're being told to do like good little boys and girls. And those that refuse to do it were going to be the problem.
I remember my mom. So my mom almost died from COVID, actually. But she was in the hospital for about a month, and they wouldn't allow anyone to see her. You couldn't get into her room. You couldn't get into that part of the hospital because they were like fucking quarantined or whatever it is. I found a way to get to her, and when she saw me walk into the room, like that emotion that we both had, because she hadn't seen anybody for weeks, except for the nurses or the people that came in there and took care of her. And she broke down, and I got thrown out because I wasn't supposed to be in there, but I found a way in there. I texted her. I'm like, hey, what room are you in? I'm gonna make my way to you. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get to you. I walked right past the nurse station and everything, and walked right into her room, and I got yelled at, and then they had to call security. And I'm like, you put your fucking hands on me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Like, I'm gonna see my mom. And I was fine. Didn't even get it. Never had a problem. Never got the jab. I mean, I understand that it affected certain people different ways because of underlying health conditions. I understand that. But they also wanted to possibly put her on the vent.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, if you put her on that vent, she's going to die.
Yeah.
Your body gives up. And we fought back and forth with them on that for many days. But she thankfully she pulled out of it. I mean, she still has issues from it though.
I think it was I want to say it was like 80 to 90% of the people put on ventilators ended up dying.
And the hospital got more money when they died.
Yep. And they got more money for putting them on ventilators too.
Yeah.
I think it was just more. I think it was just more about a money grab. And, back when that was happening, that's when it opened up my eyes to like Big Pharma, which, I mean, Big Pharma, that's another show entirely.
That's a whole show.
I think that would probably be a few shows, to be honest with you, with the amount of
cover everything. Yeah.
But when I saw this, that's when ultimately for myself, I'm like, because I refused the jab. I refused to get it. I was working a job at the time where they were talking about that they were going to mandate it because a lot of companies were starting to mandate it. And the company I was working for started talking about it. I went right up to my boss. I'm like, listen, you mandate it. Fire me now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not taking it.
Think about all the people that they kicked out of the military because they wouldn't take it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's like, oh my God, it was so, unfortunately I've had family members that had it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those family members, the turbo cancer.
Yeah.
He has it, and that's, I talked to you about that. That was my father-in-law.
Yeah.
And he's been dealing with, he has the lung cancer. He just got done having, that came back. He had this rare bladder cancer that was caused, by the jab.
Jesus.
And it's just like, but I mean, it's just, but it's just, the people just, they prove that they can be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like playing chess. They're moving you as a piece to where they want you, and touching on those soft little nerves that you got to get you to feel a certain way, just like they've been doing with this whole Muslim thing with over there.
And it goes back to, the families. What is that? 5, 7 families.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on another show. But my thing about, here's my one thing on Big Pharma. They keep you well enough, or they keep you sick enough to where they can also make you well. But the things that they're giving you are not actually making you well. It's a whole back and forth. You're teeter-totter, and you're either sick or you're not sick.
Oh yeah.
Stop relying on Big Pharma.
Yes. Please
go back to old school remedies.
Yes. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm going to say one last thing about the whole like Big Pharma thing. It was last year, I went to my doctor for a normal physical checkup and all that stuff, because I have to see my doctor because I have PTSD. So I have to take some medicine for that when I need it. And I only take it when I absolutely need it. Usually I use a more, natural thing that grows in the ground. Let's just put it that to help me out. But in rare occurrences, I have to take it. But they took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was like 134/80. So my doctor wanted me to take my blood pressure for a couple of weeks to see where it was at, to see if I needed to, we needed to take any corrective actions for my blood pressure. So I did. And first thing after I sent her my results, she's like, yeah, we're going to put you on a blood pressure medication. She gave me the name of it. I looked it up, and all the side effects from it, I'm like,
Yeah, no.
Not happening. So what I did is I did some research, like you should.
Yeah, on anything that you're going to put in your body.
Yeah. Oh, and then I found that Cellulon cinnamon tea with some honey. You take the Cellulon cinnamon stick, you let it steep and all that stuff, and you drink that. And I started doing that, and my blood pressure came down naturally. Never had to take the medicine.
When I get sick and I get shit in my chest and I'm coughing shit up, I cut onions and tape them, put a sock on and slide the sliver that I cut on the bottom of my foot. And I wake up in the morning and the onion looks terrible, but I don't have anything in my chest. Same with like garlic. Put garlic and honey and let it fermentate for about 30 days.
Yeah.
And it's just like natural, like hot toddies, bro. Take a little bit of alcohol. Yeah. Heat it up with some lemon and some honey, drink that shit, like go back to the natural way of healing your body. And another thing, when it comes to cancer, fast. Fast.
Yes.
If you starve your body, the cancer will not grow. It has nothing to feed off of.
Well, once you hit 36 hours of fasting, then your body starts rejuvenating.
Also, this is not medical advice. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
No medical advice here.
Yeah, no medical advice. But I'm telling you, there are ways to attack and heal your body naturally that you can do every day.
Yes, and it's more natural. It's better for you, and you actually get better results quicker. And people need to go back to those things, because all you're doing, once you get with Big Pharma, you're a customer for life.
Forever.
Because everything, and again, this is the last thing I'm going to say, everything you take is going to cause, you're going to have a reaction to it, which is going to cause you to have to take another thing, which is going to cause you to have to take another thing. Why do you think our elderly people have to take 10, 12 pills a fucking day? Is because one does one thing and reacts to one thing and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I promise you, folks, we'll do an episode on that.
That sounds like
a good time.
That's a good next episode.
I think so. I think what we'll do for the next episode is I want to bring you on for that one for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to bring Cliff on too.
Fuck yeah.
And we're just going to have we're just going to go to town on that.
Did you ever laugh whenever you see the commercials about these pills that they put, they'll put it on the TV, and then at the end of it, it's like, may cause this, 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 this. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, who's gonna be like, fuck it. Like, let's try it. Like, why not? Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, let me take that. Then all of a sudden you start losing your hair, you grow an extra toe or something like that. What the fuck would you want? Why the fuck would you want that? You'll never be able to use your dick again because, hey, let's be honest, because, the governments all across the nation want to stop reproduction altogether. Hence why, I think.
Don't worry, guys. I got your back on that one. I got 3 of them.
Yeah, he's doing us all a favor by having 3. We need more, man.
I'm pure blooding it right now, too. I ain't got the vax. No one got the vax.
Well, us pure bloods are going to be a hot commodity, I think, coming soon.
You want my blood? You're going to have to pay me $10,000, $20,000, $30,000.
I want a cool meal for my blood, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You're going to make me a millionaire if I'm giving you any of my blood. I'm sorry. Yeah. But, this all kind of actually ties in because of you're just being lied to.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Everything that's out there right now is to manipulate you and lie to you. It's just like I want to say it's like MK Ultra 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it's just conditioning you to think that the Muslim people are good, and Israel is good, and everybody else is pieces of shit.
Yeah, they want us all. They just want to disappear. They want control.
Right, and it's funny. Like I was talking about earlier in the show about over there in Ohio. Now I'm going to go to another video because this lady, when you see this video, it's going to piss you off. No, for those of you that are listening to this show on podcast platforms, I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to go to YouTube to watch this video. This whole episode, actually. You're going to want to go there to watch this whole episode because the videos that I'm showing, it doesn't more justice to watch. So I'm going to get into this one. And the way, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. You just kind of went down. Were you taking a nap?
I was checking something.
Taking a nap, huh?
Wow.
So this is what's going on in Ohio right now. And this is from a black lady. So, which you don't see very often.
She going to chimp out?
What's that?
She going to chimp out for us?
No, she ain't going to chimp out. I'm surprised, though. Here, I'm going to roll it real quick.
I'm terrible.
Come see Columbus, Ohio, fraud investigators. If you go to the government-assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say about 80% of the government-assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians, and the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars. And the women walking around have designer purses with EBT cards, and they have Apple iPhones stuck up in their hijabs.
Hijab.
Yeah. And then go to the businesses that are owned by the men. Mm-hmm. Because see, what happens is when you have a restaurant or when you have a little corner store and you have a couple of wives and you only have to claim one, then that means the other wives get EBT cards. And you can use those EBT cards to buy food for your store or your restaurant. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can get a home health aid company. And then you only hire Somalians to work the home health aid. And what you do is you just make sure their paperwork looks right. It don't have to be right, but you just make sure it looks right. And then you send them off for those home health aid jobs. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
So what is your take on that?
It stopped playing for me towards the end.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It was on the screen, but it froze.
Oh. Well, son of a bitch. You kept playing for me. Technical difficulty, folks.
Yeah.
Basically, what she was saying about the fraud that's going on with it and how Somalians in assisted living houses out there are all driving brand new cars. They're, the guys that have the multiple wives are using the EBT cards to supply their stores and all that stuff with food. Basically, just stealing money from the American taxpayers.
Fuck. It's been happening a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened up in Minnesota. It's happened in Columbus, Ohio, Dearborn, Michigan. I mean, it's just...
The best was whenever Trump, like, they hadn't passed anything yet to allow the EBT to go through. And they came online and they're like, we gonna steal it anyway. And I'm like, bro, why? Why post it? You're just calling yourself out.
Well, I think the reason why they post that kind of shit is to get people to feel sorry for them.
Who fucking feels sorry? But the best is when they're like 600 pounds. It's like, dude, maybe you don't need the EBT cards. No. Your kids look pretty skinny, but you look fucking, your lashes are done, your hair's done.
Mm-hmm.
You got great, nails, and it's like, what are you actually using the money for?
Well, I mean, hell, in those communities, they would turn around. Some people would sell the EBT cards on the street, get a lot of money for it. They would use it to buy designer clothes, designer handbags. They would. I watched them try it out at a Burlington Coat Factory store, and it actually worked.
It's insane.
It's like, what the fuck? Our tax dollars hard at work.
Yeah, they're never hard at work. It's always getting spent on some bullshit.
Yeah, and it's just... Well, and now here's the thing. Also, I mean, with everything that's going on, the proof that's coming out about Omar and, who she's tied to.
Yeah.
The proof that, the system is just being overran with Somalians just, bleeding the fucking country out of all this money and sending it back to Somalia. You still have people that are protesting it. They're protesting these people being removed. And they're doing that up in Minnesota right now.
I don't understand. We have so many different thought processes when it comes to that kind of stuff, like our side versus their side, or like people that are actually awake to seeing what's actually happening. And I don't know, because I've never been in that mindset where I actually agree with that, so I don't know how they get to that point on being upset about that. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know, I don't understand how they do it. Why do they do it?
I don't get it either.
Why are they the way they are? I can't bring it to...
Yeah, I can't. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't put my finger on it and understand for the life of me why. Because these same people that are protesting, they did it with the No Keens protests, over the summer. Now they're doing it again. They're protesting ICE. They're protesting. Now they're going to start protesting these Somalians being released. Taken out of here, which they need to go. And most of them, let's be honest, a lot of them are in the LGBTQ community. And the ironic thing about it is, this shows that they don't understand what will happen if Sharia law comes in.
They're going to argue it, though. They're going to continue to argue it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's proven. It's in the Quran.
Oh, I know.
Just pick up the Quran.
When the Bible is telling you to love somebody, the Quran is telling you to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. I mean, literally, they punish homosexuality and or adultery with violence. And a lot of the times the violence turns into death. And if you have, say, a child or something like that, and you're the mother, right?
Yeah.
Or the father, they will get their kids to stone you to death and kill you along with them. I don't understand the thinking and why people would want to support this.
I guess maybe we're in an era that people just want to go against whatever everyone else is starting to believe or see. I don't know. Being that outsider, being the person that, I see that a lot, especially with the younger generation. It's like, oh, it's cool to do this, so let's all do it. But let's go way too far with it.
And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's where we are. I mean, it's just... And then the media and all these fucking politicians that come on and spread their rhetoric and talk about things like they're the reason why we are the way we are as a country right now. And they don't even realize it. Well, they probably realize it, but they just don't care. A lot of them aren't going to be here to see the effects of what they're doing. They're old as fuck. It's time to get them out. You know what I'm saying? Term limits, please. I would love that.
We definitely need term limits. And I think I think the last stance is with Gen X, not taking anything away from millennials and stuff like that. I think there's some millennials that will side and align with Gen Xers. But once that's done, once we're gone, we're fucked. This country is fucked. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Unless people with kids now start to tell your kids the truth and show them like what is going on in the world, so they have a better understanding of what's happening. So then this way, this perpetual cycle that we're in doesn't continue anymore. I think that's going to be the only thing that's going to save everything from just going away. Because imagine if all the Gen Xers died at the same time and those millennials that are with them. I mean, I know we have some Gen Zers and other people that align with that too, but if you take that percentage of people out, I mean,
I don't even know where I fall in that line. I'm 28, so I don't know exactly what I am. I've never really looked into it.
Yeah, they've come up with so many different like Gen Z, Gen Y, whatever the fuck it is. I have no idea anymore. I stopped paying attention to it after, I think the millennials, a lot of the millennials, there's a lot of those that were kind of, you just want to smack upside the head.
Fuck yeah,
because they're just way of thinking. But I think it's starting to come around because a little bit better, because people are, they're starting to become a little bit okay. But I mean, it's a smaller percentage of people that are starting to become okay talking about this kind of things, like yourself. I mean, there's not many of us out there that are doing this. I remember when I first started watching podcasts and listening to podcasts, you had those hardcore people that were like us. But now all they spew is the rhetoric for whatever side they're on. And that's it. They're not, they don't call it for what it is. They don't, it's not like what we're doing. I don't care if you're left. I don't care if you're right. I don't care where you're at on the spectrum. I'm going to call it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who I vote for.
Well, there's the difference between right and wrong. Like, it's very simple. Right. Just because you don't believe everything I believe politically, I'm a fucking wild card. Let me tell you, I will call anybody out, either side. Doesn't matter. Yeah. But I vote primarily Republican because of I feel like the Democratic Party has gone too far. It's too far gone. I can understand, like, maybe if you're like middle center Democrat, I don't know. That's not even, you can't even find them anymore. No one wants to have an actual conversation. They just want to spew you as a racist. You know what? Fine. I guess I'm a racist then, because I believe, this is actually what is right and this is actually what is wrong. And
well, and see, that's the funny thing about conversation. Like, they don't want to have conversations.
Yeah.
And, I get DMs all the time, and I get people saying, I'm an idiot, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. And it's funny because these people are, at the same time, after they send me a message, they automatically block me so I can't message them back to have or even start that conversation with them to see why. Like, why do you feel this way? Or, the best thing is like the one thing that they like to go for, because I have an eye condition. Okay. I have a floater. I forgot the exact terminology that the doctor said it was, but I focus out of one eye at a time.
Really?
So when I can look at you with my right eye, which I'm doing now. So my left eye would be kind of floating. Now I look through my left, and the right will do that.
Huh.
So I have this eye condition that happens. And it's just like, that's the one thing that they try to get me on. It's like, well, who are you looking at? It's like, bro.
Oh my God.
It's like, bro, if you can't come up with something original that I haven't heard in my 50 years on this earth, go fuck yourself.
Give me some new shit, Like,
right.
I love those messages, or the death messages, or they're going to kill my family messages. I just laugh. I'm like, okay, bro, whatever you say.
Well, now I tell them, I'm like, hey, if this googly-eyed motherfucker can see shit straight, what's your excuse?
I love it.
I mean, once you say that to them, you just take the wind out of their sail, and they're just like,
yeah.
That's it.
I always, when they come at me really hot, I'm like, well, would you like to talk about, your car's extended warranty, or like what's going on here? Like, I'm an asshole, bro. I love it though. I play into it.
No, I am too, and I'll keep it going for a while, and then I've gotten some reviews where this one lady is like, she she put a review on my fucking page, and she's like, yeah, another Trumpist. And I started engaging her. I started talking with her. And then she was very quickly, once I started to make sense, she deleted the whole thing. I kept it. I screenshot that shit. I screenshot it. It's like, and just because I know where it's going to fucking go, because I'm going to call your fucking ass out.
You had a Dave Chappelle moment. Gotcha, bitch.
It's like, gotcha, bitch. Now you fucked. So I screenshot it, and then she posted something else up there saying how, if you disagree with him, he's going to threaten you. And I'm like, bitch. So I called her. And I called her on. I started posting this stuff that she was saying and stuff. I'm like, so I guess, who's harassing who?
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
It's like, you tell me. Of course, she blocked me and all that stuff. And then it's just like, come on.
People are wild, man.
Yeah. So
there's no winning.
No, there isn't. Unfortunately, there isn't. And I think that, do you have anything else that you want to add for today?
Oh, happy Saturday, Governor Tim Walz. You're a retard.
Tampon Tim, you heard it here. You're a fucking retard. You're a traitor to America.
I couldn't drive past his house. So, hey, Timmy, you're a fucking retard.
If I can drive past Timmy's house, I would take a big shit on his fucking doorstep.
Oh, me too. I'd throw shit. I'd TP his house and then throw eggs at his car.
You ever see the movie Me, Myself, and Irene?
I've never seen that one.
Gotta watch it. If you like Jim Carrey, you gotta watch it.
Oh, I love Jim Carrey. I fucking love Jim Carrey.
Watch that movie. It's a great fucking movie. I would, when I say this, after you watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Tim, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to take a shit on your doorstep if I'm ever in Minnesota while I'm reading the newspaper. And with that being said, Willie, tell them where they can find you.
All right. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Conservative Willy, or Colton Wilson, COLTEN WILSON. And then I am on TikTok at Conservative Willy 3.0.
All right. Do you prefer Conservative Willy or Colton?
Colton, Willie, whatever you want to.
Asshole.
Asshole, piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Traitor to the world.
I am the same way. Right, folks, on that note, you can find me over there on Instagram and Facebook where I'm heavily active. And don't forget to go check out the bio where you can find 2 links, one with the link tree and one with the website, which is going to take you to all my shenanigans that I post on the internet. And it's going to upset you. It's going to strike a nerve. And that's what it's meant to do, to start that conversation. And that's where we're ending it. Willie, it was great having you today.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to do this again.
For sure. Absolutely.
All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And don't forget to like, rate, share, and leave a comment about the show. Until the next time, folks, you guys be good to one another.